All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go! Set up!
There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Set up! 180! Blue. 18.
On second down, Trubisky. He finds an opening past the 40. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And all the way up to the 46. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Let's go.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Come on, gotta go. We're go, let's go!
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Come on.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tight end right. 4 down, 4 down.
For Tokyo. Listen.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Well, he's going to take a shot right over. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, watch 11, watch 11.
Let's find 7.
Slam, slam, slam.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Right here, tight on the right, tight on the right. 4 down, 4 down.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Good throw there to start this second possession, maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick six. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws, throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. Now it's the Boise State along. Jay Ajayi. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Sunday, Sunday.
Even. 4 down. Even.
On second down, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
What's your son? What's your son?
To throw, it's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
4 down.
Working from the gun, Wentz. It's complete, left side to Aguilar. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Wentz now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down.
Fort Tokyo.
Everyone's got 4 down.
81. 2 jet.
Now Wentz again. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Blue spot 7.
4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down.
Now it's a Giant. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
4 down.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hey, we got 4. Got 4 down. 4 down.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
We're
Let's go. Blue. Blue.
Let's go.
18.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Single.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Shotgun now for Wentz. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
We got four.
82.
Right there. 54.
Now a play fake here on first down. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Check 26.
Wentz to throw on second down. They jump off underneath to Ajayi. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
I'm bringing it to you.
I got 11.
Don't go. 180!
On play action, Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Trubisky. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
4 down, 4 down. Alert.
Here we go. 180.
Here's a try. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set. 180.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Come on.
What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Quick,
18. Move.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Set. Lady.
Now Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
This 5-2.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Throwing now is Wentz. Burks has it left side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Check. 4 down. 4 down.
Hey, empty. Empty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wentz going to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
You got him. You got him.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Listen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
4 down. 4 down.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
Good chip.
This is a Ajayi. And he will have 1st down yardage yards as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Come on now, Oaks. Come on now. Let's go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
For Tokyo.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
What's this?
They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Tough 1st half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Come on now, Oaks. Come on now. Let's go.
Hey. 4 down.
They run again with Ajayi. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go. 180.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return from the 6. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Ram.
Check. 4 down.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Come on now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check.
Throwing his Wentz. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
58, boys. 58.
Look, son.
Now Wentz. Aguilar has it. He got 29 yards that time.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 27.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
On play action, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
4 down.
There we go. Back. Waiting.
They run with Ajayi. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Push on. Push on.
Now they try the right side here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Step right up like a pro.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little game. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, know where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. This is Howard on 2nd down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
18.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. It's celebrating, and off he goes. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J&J, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Set up! 180!
On 1st down, Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
180! Red, up! Check 26, check 26.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Trubisky now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Blue.
Again, it's Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Once more, it's Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
3-3.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, if you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done. Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
4 down. Check.
This is Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Come on now.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hey, 86. He's sneaky, guys.
Sunday.
Play action. Now Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Eagles on third
Let's go,
down.
Greg.
They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
Working from the gun, Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
53 to Mike, 53, check 53.
There you go, we go. You see it? You see it?
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Come on.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year.
Let's go. Reds up.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Blitz.
Gotta go.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Blue.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Come on, gotta go.
Give him a yard down to the 43.
Blue.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
58 to Mike.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10.
You got 4.
Here we go. Louie!
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And they're running here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Hang in there,
The stop
hang
for
in
no
there now.
gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Guys, double tight. Even. 4 down. Even.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back, but that may not matter now.
Come on,
Trubisky
gotta go.
brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
We're go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Mills, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
4 down.
Listen.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
On the ball.
Double tight. Everyone's got 4 down.
Listen.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
What's this on?
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Eagles, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date